let's talk about something else here. School's back in session, man. We've got a new iteration of Saved by the Bell that's come back into the fold. First of all, let me. Did you like Saved by the Bell growing up?
No.
That was very affirmative.
No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't hate it. It just wasn't my. To me, it really just wasn't that funny. I've seen many episodes of it. Do you remember when you were a kid, you woke up in the morning and like you would either put it on like MTV to like listen to music videos as you were getting ready to school, or you could watch Hey Arthur, or whatever cartoons were on. You could watch the news. If you're a future billionaire, that's probably what Jeff Bezos watched as a kid while we were watching like music videos. But like you had your options, right? For me, I used to watch like music videos. I used to like want to, jam out in the morning. And there were times when I caught a few episodes of Saved by the Bell. I just never thought it was funny.
Yeah, I never really thought it was funny, but I never really took it as anything more than like just like any other sort of like, not even a drama, but just like a show. Like I never went to it for comedy so much as just like seeing how other people like grew up, right? Like seeing Zach get into some dumbass shit, or seeing what was up with Screech or whatever. Like I just kind of took it like I would watch like Family Matters. Like I never really found Family Matters funny. Just check it out to see what the Winslows are up to.
See, I think Urkel was funny. Like he was like an interesting, funny character. It was comedy during that particular time, of course, but I think Urkel was funny.
I don't know. I might not agree with you on that. But with Saved by the Bell, let me get to the synopsis real quick. So here we have it that it's a follow-up series to the 1990s comedy, of course, or sitcom, of course. And it's about a group of California low-income high school students who are transferred to Pacific Palisades, wealthy Bayside High, following a program by California Governor Zach Morris. The series is created by Sam Hargrave, I believe, but it's got a different showrunner, and I can find her name here in a sec. But stars, of course, returning Elizabeth Berkley, Mario Lopez, Mark Paul Gosselaar, and Tiffany Thiessen, although she's technically only in one episode, and even Mark Paul Gosselaar, who played Zach Morris, in the original sitcom, he's only in 3 episodes, and unfortunately, they didn't even film their parts before the coronavirus shit derailed it all. So,
so Screech isn't in this, right?
No, and that's the one thing that I was going to actually bring up was the missing cast members. This is actually technically due out July 15th of this year. I don't know if that's going to be the case because they might not have gotten a chance to shoot a lot of stuff, but but what I noticed was I saw this was notable because of who was missing from the cast. So you have Lark Voorhees, which is an awesome name, by the way.
Very, very dope.
You gotta be badass to have that name. Lark Voorhees, who played Lisa. She played Lisa Turtle. She's not on there. Now, I did see some stuff that basically said like maybe they didn't want her back because I think she's had some mental health issues. And I think it was something like she was bipolar or something like that. Not confirmed whether that's the case or not, but she was, I guess, speculating about that, that's why they didn't want her back. But then also, they didn't have, just like you mentioned, Screech, Dustin Diamond. Now he's had a lot of other shit in there. I think they would be well within their right not to have him back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so I do remember first of all, he's into those like celebrity boxing matches shit. And then also, he's had like a lot of run-ins with like the law too. And then on top of that, I think he put out even a book that was like a tell-all book about, Saved by the Bell and all that shit.
Yeah, where I think he like bashed a few of the cast members and like the original directors and producers. Like it just wasn't a good look. Yeah. It wasn't an invitation back. You know, if they were ever rebooting the show or doing a feature film based off of like the things he said on social media, the stuff in the book, and just like his antics since, you know, I think everybody knew he wasn't going to be back.
Yeah. Yeah. And
like, didn't he do a porn one time?
I hope not. Yeah. Nobody wants to be watching some porn and then see fucking Screech on there. That's when you just have to reevaluate your life and think, how did I get here? How did I get to the point where
you've got your dick in your hand and you're just like, wait, is that Screech? You know what? I'm sorry. Let me call my wife. Tell her I'm sorry. I'm going to be a better man. Go to church.
Let me find the Lord. But yeah. And then also Mr. Belding is not in it. Dennis Haskins, who played Mr. Belding. So I'm not going to watch this. I know I'm not going to watch this for two specific reasons. For one, it's coming out on Peacock, and I just simply refuse. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, yeah, it is a Peacock exclusive, and I'm not going anywhere near that.
No, that does not sound appetizing. I just, by principle, I can't watch something entitled or with such a stupid name. And then on top of that, the show is kind of centered, I think, around their son. And I'm sorry, I meant Zach and Kelly's son. So Kelly Kapowski, who was played by Tiffany Thyssen, I believe is how you pronounce her name. They get married apparently, or maybe they're not married. I have no idea. But they have a son. His name is Mac Morris. Now I'll remind everybody, Mark Paul Gosselaar played Zach Morris. After seeing that, I was like, nah, there's just no way I can reasonably watch this with any sort of interest.
Too cheesy for you?
Mac Morris. We couldn't have brainstormed anything better. We had some time.
Think of like an actual name, something that wasn't just. It just sounds lazy. It's all right. Yeah. Well, they were just like, all right, what rhymes with Zach? Lack, pack, hack, Mac. Fuck it, let's go with that. We're late already.
Yeah, it was. That's tough to. And then like in the actual trailer that we got for it. First of all, we get a lot of AC Slater, which is cool. I was like Slater. I was Doug Slater, but also it's like he's like 1,000 years old, and yet he looks like he's like 20.
Slater's Mario Lopez's character, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Huge shout out to Mario Lopez, by the way. Like, here's a guy who hasn't aged at all, still looks great, and managed to he's built a really, really strong brand for himself in the years following Saved by the Bell. Like, he's always on E! Network hosting different, whether it's like award shows or just like network shows, doing celebrity interviews. He's got like fitness lines, he's got health products lines. Shout out to him. He's managed to increase his bag year after year. I gotta respect that.
Yeah, I suppose. But just don't have him sit down with Candace Owens, because apparently that produces weird results that nobody likes. Apparently.
What happened?
Well, yeah, it was when he was talking about raising kids, and I think it was something like he said something with like
their gender or something like that.
Yeah, like it was too with a child who's so young, you shouldn't necessarily try to impress upon them or, let them choose their own gender or whatever the case is. And then he got like a shit ton of backlash. And weirdly enough,
100% right, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say he's 100% right, but I just thought what he said wasn't as controversial as what the backlash would indicate. And I'm not even sure the backlash is that serious. Maybe it was just like a few outlets, just like with anything else. They're like, oh yeah, there's a lot of backlash. And it's like 5 people on Twitter who are like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right, let's press the fuck forward here.